bottom is really dirty. Ryan's happy because he has his banana. And we started off here. We just started. Now we're gonna head to Moorea. Hope this wind keeps up. It's beautiful. It's nice to be back. The rest of the sailing section is at the end of the episode, or towards the end of the episode. We decided to change it up a little bit, but let us know what you would like to see. More technical stuff, more scenery stuff, Ryan rolling. Let us know by commenting below. If you liked this episode, please give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Will he do it? Let's see. Oh, yeah! Nice job, babe.
You did.
Oh, and the feet were in! Cool. I pulled out the camera this morning because I had a lot at first to say to all of you. And then I just kind of stared at it. Like nothing could come out. I don't think I was inspired. So I told Ryan I'm gonna go for a walk and go find some vegetables. I knew there was a farm. There's a farm somewhat nearby, 30 minutes away, and maybe that would clear my mind a little bit. We've been gone for 6 weeks on land and away from the boat, and we do our skills, and I don't know for you, but for us it's really important. In the beginning, sailing, it wasn't so much for me, but it's becoming more important for me, and maybe it is for you as well, when your significant other or your sailing partner knows a lot about the systems as well. And so Ryan and I asked if we could go over the battery section.
What is this?
That is our reserve battery.
What kind of battery is it?
AGM.
What's its normal, fully charged resting state voltage?
12.8, I think.
Yeah, close enough. What is this?
That is our BMS.
Which stands for?
Battery System Information? BMS. I know that's like the brains. I tend to forget things if I don't use them for a while. Huh?
You're talking about when power goes in?
Or if we don't talk about them for a while. And I know that's probably the same for a lot of people. Shit, I think it's in this area.
No.
Ah!
You were guessing. Don't guess.
Oh yeah, did I forget some things?
Okay, what's this thing?
That is our, I forget the name of it.
What kind of current and what voltage comes out of the inverter?
DC comes out of it.
No.
This is why we go over this, because I forget it. It's not intuitive for me.
Well, that's good.
Like it is for Ryan.
Well, you recognize that, and then you put the effort in, and that's gonna serve you well one day.
So we're gonna revisit the battery compartment again at a later date. We've been at anchor now for 2 weeks, and we've been cranking on a few boat projects which were supposed to be minor. One of them has been taking me forever. 5 days, all day long, with our new nets, measuring the lines and cutting them and tying them on individually. 81 holes for each of the lashings, and I just had to undo and redo and undo and redo about 3 times because I just wasn't equalizing it right. And then you have to go around and tighten them, and that was done at least 5 times. So I thought a 2-day job turned into 5 or 6, but I guess when you're on a boat that kind of just happens. Still at it, but I've gone around the nets multiple times and tightened them, and it's so much better now. I'm so happy to have new nets. You should see the old ones. We still have the old one. Ooh. Okay, you're coming with me here, and this is what we had to do to reinforce, because look, oh, they're just popping off, and Ryan walked on it this morning and another one popped right underneath him, so I've reinforced a little bit until we have a new one. And you hear that in the background? Ryan's got his setup and he's doing his practice. Should go in there and take a peek. Okay, and we're leaving quickly because just for that amount of time, we'll probably get demonetized because he's practicing with that song. All right, back to finishing the net. It's not completely done, but at least it's getting tighter. All right, it's time for a little sailing. I think this is creating our wind. Look at all that gray out there. Oh yes.
First day of winter. Happy solstice.
Ryan says he's cold. Kind of cold. Or it's kind of cold.
It's like a little chilly.
No way. But I'm in long sleeves. Our first sail back, and at least we're not going upwind, knock on wood, but we're on a beam reach and it's beautiful. Ryan switched to hand steering because we started getting some gusts, and then this way he can feather up a little bit to kind of ease the pressure on the sails. Am I saying that right, babe?
Yeah, if we have to.
We have the squall in front of us. It's passing in front.
Explain it.
And we're hoping that it passes in front. And then we have this one that's just off our beam, and we're hoping that this will pass then behind us. And we can kind of skirt in between the two. Explain what?
You know, this is like normally we would reef, but we're going to be bearing, like right now, the apparent wind is just ahead of the beam. So the true wind is 18, but the apparent wind is in the low 20s. But in about 4 miles, we're going to be turning, and it should bring the apparent wind back, at which time the true wind will be higher than the apparent wind. So it'll feel like there's less wind in the sails. So I don't want to reef now and then get around the corner and be, you know, crawling back, especially with that strong lee shore. You want power to get off of it if you need to. So we're going a little powered up, and that's why we're being careful with being able to feather and
our plan worked so far. It rained in front of us. Now it's all in the beautiful valley. And kind of behind us is that other squall we were talking about. Hopefully that will pass again then behind us. But I wouldn't mind having a little rain after we've anchored to wash the salt off our nice shiny boat coming out of the marina. Now we're trying to catch dinner. And dinner for friends. We are having shrimp for dinner, but I'm hoping to catch fresh fish. We'll see. I also want to give a huge thank you to our patrons, and especially to a couple of patrons who really stepped up and stoked Ryan out with some of his adaptive equipment. It was pretty amazing, and that's going to be coming up, but I just wanted to say thank you, and it was really touching. It's nice to know the interest and the caring and the heart that some people have for people who are struggling with disabilities and are not done yet doing activities in the water. So you know who you are. Thank you.